This is the second lesson on rationalising the denominator for your 10 higher classes. What I would like you to do is read the knowledge organiser, watch this video and use it to work through the examples. Try the questions from the second page of the knowledge organiser and complete any maths watchwork set. So we're going to be rationalising the denominator in more difficult problems. What you will notice is on our bottom line we have 1 take away root 2. To do this, what we do is we use the difference of two squares to eliminate the surd. So if you imagine you have x plus 1, x minus 1 in brackets, when you expand those brackets you get x squared plus x minus 1, which gives us x squared minus 1. You've met this already. It's called the difference of two squares because you get left, the middle terms cancel out. So if you imagine we have this problem here that I'm going to work through. So we have 2 plus 2 root 2, 1 minus the square root of 2. What we do for these problems is we use that on the bottom line. So we multiply the top and the bottom by 1 plus the square root of 2. Now on our denominator, what happens is when we do this, and I'm going to put these in brackets just out of habit, we get 1 times 1, which is 1, 1 times minus root 2, which is minus root 2, 1 times plus root 2, which is plus root 2, and then minus root 2 times positive root 2, which gives us minus 2. The middle terms cancel out. I'm just going to write that down for you, what we would get, just so that you can see that. That is what would come out there, okay? We're then going to expand our top line as well, okay? Now, if we were to expand our top line, 2 times 1 is 2. Root 2 times 1 is 2 root 2. 2 times root 2 is 2 root 2. And then 2 root 2 times root 2. Now that's going to give us 2 times 2, which is 4. What we can then do is these cancel out and we can simplify our top and our bottom line. And that gives us minus 1 on the bottom. On our top line, when we simplify this, 2 add 4 is 6, 2 root 2 add 2 root 2 is 4 root 2. Now, when we divide each of these by minus 1, all that happens is our signs change. So positive 6 becomes minus 6, plus 4 root 2 becomes minus 4 root 2. And that is our final answer. And that's all we have to do now. I'm going to just talk to you about what happens at this stage in a bit more detail. Notice what happens is your square root goes and you have your first number take away whatever your square root is. So 1 take away 2. That works for all of these at this stage here, and then all you have to do is expand your top line and simplify it. Where 2 root 2 times root 2 came from is if you imagine you go 2 times and then you've got root 2 times root 2. Well, the root 2 times root 2 is the same as 2, so it just because that is where our 4 came from that there. Okay, if some of you were wondering. Can you use this video to complete the questions on page 2 of your knowledge organiser and any maths watchwork set? Thank you.